friends, welcome once again to my presentation on research and statistics. Today we are going to continue our discussion on the non-probability sampling method. I've actually stated in my last video that we have 6 types of non-probability sampling method. And today we are going to look at 2 of these 6 methods. Now the first we are going to consider is the accidental sampling. And just like that word sound, accidental. It's a kind of sampling system whereby the researcher or the investigator decides to go all out. He picks things based on accident. Think of a journalist that decides to interview anyone he sees on the streets. He wants to know the impression of Nigeria about the ongoing ASUU strike. And anyone he sees on the street, he decides to interview that individual. Or you think of an agric extension worker that wants to appraise the performance of a newly introduced fertilizer to a community, and he enters the community. Whosoever he meets on the road, he interviews that individual until he is able to get his desired sample size. Or you think of someone trying to find out the current impression of the public, the masses, about inflation in Nigeria, and he decides to go to the marketplace. Anyone he sees on the street, he decides to interview that individual. You see, in all these scenarios, whosoever each of these investigators get to interview is likely based on accident, and that is accidental sampling. The second type of sampling is purposive sampling. This is the kind of sampling that an investigator conducts when he selects certain elements, individuals in the community, based on his view that this individual possess view that could be generalizable to the entire population. In the case of that journalist case, imagine that journalist, instead of just interviewing anybody on the street, he goes to, say, the vice chancellor of the university, or the student union president, or the president of parents. These are opinion people whose view can be taken for a general view of the people. Or in the case of the agric extension worker, he decides to go to the king in that community or the chief in that community, and whatsoever these people say becomes the position of the entire community. Or in the case of the market, you go to the market head and you sample the opinion of the market head, and that becomes the general position. Now, this is how we do it on research and statistics. Until I come your way again, I'm still Felix Ayodele Oyeleye. It can get simpler.